For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a review on a fantastic tent from Royal. This here is the Royal Charlecote 6 tent. So as you can see, it's a nice big steel pole tent, something that gives you plenty of room, but one thing that we're doing it for is an unbelievable package price. And check out our website for what that is at the moment, but it includes the tent, the footprints and the carpets. Something that's completely different to anything else on the market. It's a really, really nice tent. The Charlecote is essentially a 6-berth tent with 6 sleeping at the back. Gives you a nice living area and also a very generous canopy area at the front here as well. But one thing that makes this very sort of unique is actually this little side pod here, which is actually pre-attached to it. So joy is that can be really used as your little annexy part. So for getting rid of all the odds and sods, or put a toilet in there, or keeping a dog in there, it works perfectly for that. One thing I know that essentially the Charlecote has, which like I said doesn't really have, you find in any other models from any other brands, is things like, okay, you've got steel poles, you've got rain-safe canopy doors on both sides, as well as even brow doors. Yet again, you've got a really nice strong fabric, so it's 190T. 3000mm hydrostatic head, so it's very, very waterproof. But colour coordinated poles as well, so your little red tabs and the back one is blue. You can check out our own little Attwoolls pitching and packing video on this particular model. It took me and my colleague about sort of 20 minutes to put up, which for a steel pole tent, admittedly, you know, is really, really good. It's not quite as quick as air, but once they're up, it's, you know, strong as a rock. You've got fluorescent guy ropes, so you again can have clarity on site, so yet again, necessarily people aren't hopefully going to trip over stuff. But the thing that really does surprise me is the sheer amount of ventilation that you find in the tent. So not only have you got sort of ventilation, so here's a window panel that zips all the way down, so you can actually use it, you know, get proper ventilation through, but you've got a rain-safe canopy door. In a little annexy part here, there's a really nice big mesh part vent to there. Yet again, you can do as we have here, bring the guy rope points out and give yourself a good amount of circulation. It's also a nice PVC window below that as well. At the back here, below the bedrooms, really big ventilation panel, and at the back there's 2 massive ventilation panels as well. So along that you've got mesh doors on the front and both sides, which yet again, you know, you won't find anything else quite like this. This actually doubles up as a door as well, so you can use this as a door if you wanted to. What you could do as well, in fairness, is bring that on some king poles and give a little mini canopy for it as well. That's a really nice idea. Generally, the front canopy, as you can see, great sort of depth. Can happily put sort of tables and chairs, or most importantly, probably some sort of cooking unit out here, under coverage, not have to worry about yet again being caught short in the rain. But generally, really impressive model. But let's have a look about the ins and outs of it when we have a little walk inside and talk through a few more features that the Charlecote has. So now inside the Charlecote, you can probably get a really good sense of the size you got in here. And the first thing you can see is merely the interior height. It is absolutely class. I'm about 6'2", and I can stand up pretty much anywhere, even in the corners. You're never going to be short of headroom. A few things I do like about this as well is things like you've got no lip in and out of the canopy, so completely flat runway, no trip hazards, but the joys of actually it tolls up and gives that seal as well. Like I was talking on the outside, ventilation is the key with this tent, and yet again, with condensation it's becoming more of an issue. This sort of has unique ways to sort of fight that as such. One big mesh door at the front as well will allow circulation, and with that canopy, you're safe away from the rain as well. When you come into the main living area, yet again, like I said, you've got 2 side doors as such, both with a massive big mesh panel as well. But I said the unique feature you won't find on any other tent is the ability to roll the windows completely down and toggle them down like so. So actually, in fairness, you could actually exit or enter through that part, and it's the same on both sides. And there is a full-on zip-up window part with a mesh over the top. And yet again, with all of the PVC windows you see, you've also got the ability of having your privacy via curtains. So there is actually on the side panels zip-up curtains. Yet again, to give you unbelievable coverage, and you don't really see, in fact, many pole tents, at least anyway, with zip-up curtains like this. So again, so it means you can have them sort of halfway if you get a bit of coverage. Alternatively, take it all the way over and get a complete sort of privacy when you want to. On the front here is just Velcro tabs, so Velcro tabs into place. Sleeping area, we've got a nice big 6 berth. Now, one thing that probably makes this, like I said, different in terms of the other models on the market. So you think about the Van Gogh Rava, which we did last year, which was a brilliant tent. But personally, this one I think is better again. You think of the Camper Croyd 6, very similar style. Difference is, yet again, is this is wider. The Croyd's about 3 meters 90 wide. This at 450 with the main body gives you that much extra room, gives you a proper 6 berth, giving you a really good size per person in the sleeping area. Yet again, none of those tents have that extra plus part to it. And like I said, even when you look down the lines of the Attwoolls Vermonts, nothing else quite has all of these things in one single model. The sleeping area, you've got tons of room. You again can more than happily get changed in the morning or evening. And again, height-wise, brilliant. You've got a divider between this 4 berth bedroom section, and there's a zip divider along the sides, not quite along the bottom. But then again, like I said, what other pole tent on the market has a complete zip divider? I can't think of any personally. The separate 2 berth in the bedroom here, yet again, all have big mesh panels at the front. Yet again, to help get circulation, but also got storage pockets located to easily declutter the main space of the tent. And there's also even little storage pockets inside the inners. So yet again, the level of detail of it is quite brilliant. Ventilation panels, we've got 2 very big ventilation panels right at the back. So that's going to really sort of help give a good circulation in there and keep it a bit more fresher on the inside. A hanging point for lantern as well is also positioned in the middle, as well as little Velcro tabs for cable tie, for the cables to run down. And then you've also got the small little zip on the one side there to allow the mobile mains to come in. But one thing also that you don't see often is this tent's got mobile mains entry in the inner bedrooms. So down low here, a little slot, yet again, so you don't need to keep the door open on the other side. Same on this side, on the bottom there is a cable entry point in there. So you can have mains hook up inside the inner bedroom. So if you want to charge your phone in the middle of the night, you don't have to leave it in the main area. You can literally roll over, see what time it is, check it. And that's one thing, like I said, you don't see on many tents at all really these days. What I'll probably do now is I'll quickly go grab the camera, just so you can kind of get a bit more of a feel of the tent. And yet again, sort of actually properly see the sort of sizing of it. So let's have a quick pick up a view. So, talking inside tent, now you see actually there, the benefit of having, you've got a rain safe canopy door, so it doesn't matter if it starts raining and you've got the side down, you can more than happily come in and out of that part as well. And what you've also got to say is, like, that's your rain safe canopy, there's a door there as well. Yet again, 2 nice canopies there, just fiberglass, but low level ventilation as well. And then also went at the back here, really good ventilation at the back. So, like I said, actually, you can check out our own pitching and packing video on the model and how easy it was. When we go inside the tent, through the door that's a window, you've got this little plus part here. So the joys of this plus part actually has got a door at the back with, as you can see, a window and a ventilation panel at the back. But more importantly, you've got a toggle up ground sheet. So this actually toggles in and toggles out and creates a sort of bathtub-like effect. So the joys of it is that you can use it for sort of like a toilet, for keep the dogs in, or alternatively just sort of an extra kind of annexy pair just to keep the bags and everything out of the way. But really smart model, and there's just, like I said, small little features in it that I think just I adore really. But it's one tent we'll definitely have up on our indoor display showroom at Attwoolls. So by all means, pop on by, come see it in the flesh. It comes in sort of 2 bags, so you've got one for the poles and then one for sort of the canvas, the fly sheet and everything else. Which actually I think they're about 25 kilograms per bag, which, yeah, when you look at sort of some inflatable tents in the market, you're talking 50 or 60 kilograms in one bag. So manhandling it from one point to another, that's where this really comes, it's quite different again. The joys of obviously steel poles is it's very structurally strong, and for those people who aren't always necessarily convinced by air, it is a good alternative. But then again, at the price point it is, even if you're looking for, say, a first time tent, I don't think there's anything quite like, for value for money, anything that comes close to this for the space. So that's where I think really, like I said, seeing it in the flesh really makes quite a massive difference. But generally, feel free to let us know what you think of the tent. Check our website on our latest package deal on this particular model, and also check out obviously our pitching and packing video, how quick, easy and simple it was for me and my colleague to put this model up. But that's everything on really the Royal Charlecote 6 tent. So